Hello and welcome. Welcome to those people watching this on the stream. Welcome to those who are watching this as a YouTube video later. Going to be jumping in doing some online races today. I haven't played Gran Turismo for a couple of days. Figuring out what's going on. So I've got around about 30 minutes until I can do that one, and it's going to be another 15 minutes till I can join that one. It's another 4 minutes till I can join that. So, Nürburgring in an N300 Audi. Well, let's go and do that. Because why not? Oh, I get to choose Tango Red, Sepang Blue, or Vegas Yellow. Or how about Brilliant Black? Let's go Brilliant Black, shall we? Okay, it's changing to soft tyres, cool. It looks like the setups now, if you haven't played any of the daily matches for a little while, let's go and see if I can spin at least one lap. Although I'm going to need 5 minutes to get around a lap of the Nürburgring in one of these. But I'd like to at least. I've never driven that car before. I don't own it. And I don't spend a lot of time in slow road cars. So we'll see how this goes. But we'll have a run, it'll fill up some time, and hopefully by then I'll be able to jump into the Grade 3 race. Alright. But yes, I believe that the setups are now locked. Certainly the tyres are. And yes, we can't change, so it's all lock setups now, which is open for debate if that's the right thing to do or not. Let's jump on board this car, shall we? See what it looks like from the inside. No, we'll go back to the bonnet. It zips along okay, I suppose. The steering wheel feels a little bit funny. I don't know if the force feedback, but it's very weightless for the first sort of part of the rotation, I suppose. Can I brake at my GT3 marker? Sorta, not really, but sorta. Doesn't do a bad job, I suppose, this car. It's doesn't do a good job, but it doesn't do a bad job. It's just very slow, I think. Let's turn the traction control down a bit. Probably don't need it off. Oh, I probably could go off. I should concentrate on driving. This is my only lap, wasn't it? 2 minutes 27. Yeah, this will be my only lap, I reckon. So I probably should have been worrying more about pace than getting my traction control right, but whatever. TV keeps turning off at the moment, which is not good, so that's why I've steered straight off the grass. I think my TV is actually on the fritz, so I'm going to have to replace it with a... I've got a few computer monitors floating around, so I might have to replace it with that. Because I just keep getting those random moments where the telly just turns itself right off. I think I can safely turn traction control off. Yeah, I'm nowhere near going to get around for another lap. Oh well, at least I've sampled it. I'll be starting from last on the grid, but I've tried the car out. Sort of sussed out my brake markers. Believe it or not, I kind of can brake at the same points I could in the GT3 or the Grade 3 car from the last time I did the dailies. The difference is I'm just coming into the corner a hell of a lot slower, which is why I can get away with it. Gonna leave it on traction control for now. Because it has a habit of resetting itself, because I haven't changed the actual setting. So if I leave it on that, I can quickly turn it down once I get in the race. So if they get through that, it doesn't actually feel too bad, this car, surprisingly. Turn. A little bit understeer, but that's okay. And of course the match is starting in 5 seconds, so I'm not going to get anywhere near around this lap, but good to get a feel for the car, and I feel like I'm ready to start from the back of the grid. And see how far up the order I can work. So I'm currently 5 seconds up on my best. I'm surprised it hasn't rolled over to the race yet, actually. It's been run out for quite a long time. Through into that one. Could have stayed in third, actually. It's geared quite low. I keep going down too far in the gears. There we go, now it's finally rolled on to the next race. Oh, I got disconnected from the network. Fantastic. That's what I wanted to happen. So I can't start that again for another 2 minutes, but the problem is it's now going to run into that, because that's only got 7 minutes left to go. So that just hasn't gone well at all. I wonder if there's a racetrack I can go and quickly do one lap. Because I'm actually getting pretty bad at... What am I going to do? We'll go to campaign and we'll do a circuit experience. Because I'm pretty bad at going back and getting all the golds. I was actually looking into... So I don't know if... I presume a lot of you already know this. But... Brazil, there we go, I love Brazil. The GTR, nice, don't worry about all those for. Go straight to the lap attack. Let's get this done while we wait for the grade 3 race to unlock. But what was I talking about? I was talking about something and you distracted me. You can go, yeah, no, it's gone. It's completely gone, I've lost it. So, never mind. No, I remember now. I was actually looking up about the FIA license, because I remember them advertising before the launch of Gran Turismo that you're going to be able to obtain a real-life FIA racing license, not a driver's license, a racing license, in this game. And I was looking up how you actually go about doing that. And whilst there is not a hell of a lot around on it, one of the ways... I'm actually going to ruin... no, it's all good. One of the ways was... Well, one of the things you had to do... That's come in a lot hotter than I thought. One of the things you actually had to do was get a gold on every challenge and every license test and every lap challenge in the game. Turn traction control down to 2. Just use this sighter lap as a banker. Get a feel for the car again. sharp old corner, this one. I should be able to just about hold the throttle pinned. There's a little lift there. Can definitely get away with second gear in that corner. So I've got to get a 139 to get a gold. And on my first horrendous attempt, pretty average lap actually, I've actually got gold. Okay. These gold challenges need to be harder, because that was an awful lap. If you watch that lap, that was awful. I had no right to get gold there. But whatever. I'll take it. It's another one in the bank. That's the sort of thing. That was a pretty average lap. I would like to... I should have time to do one more. Oh no, I've got to quit out. I can only do the different stages. I would like to get to a point where I needed to do that lap 3 or 4 times. Or, you know, maybe not 3 or 4 times, but at least 2 or 3 times. Because I know the track alright. What else have we got? Bathurst I've done. Dragon Tail. I should know some of these tracks just from the dailies and such I've been doing. Now that was definitely one we did, wasn't it? In the big Lancer. Let's go give that a run as well. Oh, I don't want to say friend rankings, but okay, cool. 137, 38, 39 and a 40. Each of my friends have got 1 second separating them. Alrighty, see if I can't nail this in one lap. We should all know this track quite well if you've done the dailies for the last week. Of course, this is a grade 3 and I think that was a grade 4. I think this is grade 3. Down too much there, but that's okay. Hold it pinned, let it creep in towards the apex. No, it's fine in the end. Could have gone a bit faster, but whatever. I'm sure it's going to be good enough for the average gold times. Staying third and just flattening through the chicane. But yeah, these gold times, they need to be tightened up. They are way too generous. TC down again, but whatever. Different lighting conditions to what the daily was using, and I tell you what, the track looks completely different. So 141 is what I had to get. First try, 138.1. They need to, I mean that's over 3 seconds. 3.1 seconds. I've smashed that by my very first attempt. I know I have had a bit of practice with the dailies and whatnot, but still, it just seems too damn easy. Too damn easy. Right, now hopefully I can go and join... Quit out of these, and we'll go back to what I was actually doing, the daily races. Hopefully I can start doing some practice around the grade 3. There you go, 1 second to go. How's that for perfect timing? get to choose any of these cars. I'm going to choose, you'll notice these two are a custom livery. I'm going to do a livery stream. Probably my next stream is going to be liveries. I'll show you the two that I've created. These ones here. I'm going to jump in my my 1984 Alan Moffat Mazda Rotary skin that I've created. But my next stream, I think I'm going to do a livery one where I show you what I've done. I might try and create a new livery. I haven't decided what colour scheme I'm going to make it off yet. I've got a few ideas floating around in the old brain box. Sorry about that, I've just nailed my microphone with my drink bottle, my bad. Right, now, have they locked the setups for this as well? TC I can turn straight down to 2, which is what I want. Tyres are locked off at hard. They're locked, yeah, she's all locked off, completely. Alright. Let's see how go around the big Interlagos track. It's a track that you'll probably know quite well if you buy and play the Formula 1 games, because it has been in just about every Formula 1 game I can remember, till you go way back. I've left my braking substantially too late there. That's cool. You gotta push the boundaries, and I did. So the only thing I can adjust is the brake bias, which I do usually tend to roll forward a little bit. Left the brake too late there as well. But I might actually roll it back a bit, because the weight in the Porsche is often towards the back. So you can usually get away with just rolling it back to the rear a little bit. So this is just a sighter lap, obviously. And I'll see what I can actually do in terms of time next lap. Quick short shift in a second there and punch out. I think first gear is the right one to use there, I'm not 100% sure. But that's the only setup changes we can make. Oh, I left it too late again. What am I doing? I was worrying about everything else, and my Ghost and I go for yet another wander. That's okay. I've got plenty of time. Let's see if I can't get this lap right. Well, everything else, obviously, I've got turn 1 wrong, but try and get the rest right. Actually brake miles too early then, but it's a great track though, Interlagos. I am a fan. The problem with locking the setups, not allowing us to change them, is the stock setups for the cars often aren't particularly good for the track. Right, if I can make turn 1, I can try and put together a legitimate lap. I braked early enough, but I hit the grass. Not a good time. It's okay, one more lap of practice. If I can suss out turn 1, then I'll be right. But there's not a lot of turn once you hit the grass, I'm afraid. So the camber's just not right, or the suspension's not right or something, because through that turn, those sharper turns, gets up on the edge of the tyre and just starts pig rooting, which is not what you want. Okay, third time lucky. Maximum effort. Turn 1's the killer here. If I can stay off the grass and brake early enough. 150 mark, the 100 mark was too early. So next time I'll go a little bit later than that braking marker. Just all pinned down through here, hold it flat out. Better through there. Tried a different line through there. Seemed to work okay. Back down to first for these. Short shift to second, and then see that pig rooting? The car's just jumping around. That needs some setup changes, and that's what I was saying about the locking the setup. The downside is the cars aren't often set up very well for the tracks, which means that there's only going to be, or some cars just aren't going to be that competitive here. That's messy through the last turn there. Got a bit of understeer, cut the corner, and then got a bit of oversteer, so. But hopefully this will get us at least down into the 134s. I don't know what a competitive time is yet. I don't know what I'll be up against, but this should be it. Yeah, it's 34 and a half. That was better in the end. I got quite a lot of understeer. I didn't think I was going to pull up, but important thing is not to squeeze the brakes too hard. It's easy to get impatient and just mash the brake pedal. Should not be out there. It's okay. Not a lot of time lost. Right, I'm up by about half a second. 6/10. With a bit of luck, I got a better launch out of that corner, better drive, which helps. I'm actually nearly going to get up to 7/10 by the time I cross the line, which hopefully means, well, I should relatively be in the 33s. Yeah, I am. Definitely can't hold flat throttle through there. The second part of that chicane, because you just get a bit too loose, and that's why I found myself 2.5 tenths down on my Ghost. That is too hot. That is too damn hot. Well, hopefully a 33.9 is fairly good. Cruise around on this lap. Oh, I got the yawns on. It's tough being a working man. Right. Make sure I get the perfect run out of here. Let's try one more time. That's a better line through there. That's a better braking marker. And I actually did hold it flat through there. I just took a little bit more of the curb. And it didn't give me a lot of time. It gave me about 0.02 of a second right after the corner, but I've been able to pull away to nearly a tenth. So, yeah, there you go. There's a tenth, finally. I was fighting. I was in the hundredths of a second up. I've braked very late for that. And that has definitely lost me a lot of time. I'm back in front. Felt like a better run out of there. Yeah, it is. You can see my split down the bottom. I'm actually pulling away. So hovering about the same, but it should be 0.2 faster. Nonetheless, what that tells me is that I've reached about capacity for this race. It's only 2 minutes 42 left until we go racing. So I'm 500s up again, so I'm sitting pretty consistent at the minute. $900s, $800s, I can't even get to a tenth different. Went down one too many gears. Chose a narrow line, but I did save a lot of time because I didn't get too wide on that turn. Actually, I won half a second up there, but the second half of that chicane wasn't as good for me. And my drive out of there was horrendous. But it's been a better line down through there. Yeah, horrible run out of the corner. So I did get up to at one stage there, half a second up on my best lap. I get in that corner right, but the drive out of the final turn wasn't great. And you can see I'm just sitting about 0.15 of a second up, so slightly faster, but not much. And there's not enough time for another lap. So I'll take this opportunity to take my jumper off, I think, and get prepared for the race. Can exit out. That's a little bit better. It's not overly hot where I am today. In fact, it's quite cold. But you get warm doing this, and I've got a big thick woolen jumper on, so... Yeah, so you can see there, the last lap that I did a good time, the 133.5 actually covered off my best sectors in Sector 1 and 2, but 3 was actually a tenth down, over a tenth. 0.11 of a second down on my my previous best third sector, so if I had been able to get that, and that's where I lost that bit of time, but as I say, I was up to half a second faster. So I reckon I've got a high 132 in me. If I do this again, back to back, I reckon I've got a high 1 minute 32 second, but we'll see how we go. It is preparing to match, so it's looking for a time, looking for a. No, I don't want to save the replay. It's odd that it comes up and asks me that. And half the time when I do want to save a replay, I can't figure out where to do it. Interesting to see how my 133.5 goes. It was, of course, this is my first time trying today's daily. So, I am 16th. That is not... Oh no, there's some people above me with slower times, but yeah, look, everyone's around about that. Cool, there's a 131.9 there. That's fast. That is fast. I reckon I had a 132.9 in me. Maybe 132.8, which would get me close to some of these guys. I'm sure I've got even more time in me, but I don't know, when you look at that 131.9, that is super fast. That is me shaving, what did I say, 131.9, so it's me shaving another second and a half off. I suppose it's doable, but it was only good enough for 11th position. Plenty of Aussies and Kiwis in this one though. My last few races were predominantly against the Japanese, which is fine, but Japan is quite a long way north of us. Sure, it's only about a 9.5 hour flight, so it's a hell of a lot closer than Europe or America, but yeah, it's still far enough away to affect your ping a bit. I'm not going to spin a warm-up. Starting to recognise a couple of friendly names though. Mr. Natty Gaines, I've raced against him before, and the Flash 05, I've raced against him. Not sure about the others though. Race details, balance of performance on, fuel consumption's at 2 times, where is it? Tyre wear's at 6 times. They will accept up to 20 cars. How many lap race is it? I can't even see where it tells me that, and I didn't look out in the other screen. That's right, I'll find out in 8 seconds when it rolls through. Hopefully my race pace can be alright, I can be consistent and pull away. I've started sort of mid-pack, 20 people in the race.
I'm rocking.
Let's hope for some nice clean racing. Yeah, so it's a 10 lapper. Tyre wear will almost certainly be an issue. TC turned itself down to, well, up to 3 again. Right. Now this corner, I'm nervous about turn 1 here. I knew someone was going to shove it up the inside. Oh, what did I get the down arrow for? Don't know about that, Captain M&M's B-Spec Bob. Oh yeah, that's not how I wanted to start this. That's down to last. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. You'll be disqualified. Okay. That seems a little harsh. So it just got up on the curb a little bit, and it was a little surprising though that it came around like that. It's not something I've really experienced in the Porsche at all before, to be honest. So all I can do from here though, at last place, put together some clean laps. See if I can at least try and get back. Where did I qualify? 11th. I reckon if I can get back to 15th, 14th somewhere, I've had a pretty good day. Let's see how we go. It's exactly how you don't want to start a race. Okay, so 2.5 seconds down. Mate, he's not going to have good drive onto the straight. Should hopefully be able to drive straight around the outside of him. I need to turn the traction control to radar. There we go. So I'm well clear of him. That's one down. Be interesting to see how tyre wear goes here as well, because you spent a lot of time turning, so I'd imagine it'd be fairly high tyre wear. Oh, mate's got loose. If I can get a better run out of this final turn, might have enough grunt. He's gone the defensive line. All I really wanted was a good run out of there. He's gone a Mercedes themed car as well from Formula 1. I'm in the slipstream. I'm going to pull out now before he can cut across and block me off. And I've done it without running deep, so it's 2 down. It's a good clean overtake as well, which is nice. Big pack up there too, so if I can catch the pack, it's going to be a lot of spots just there. I'm hoping, I seem to be catching these guys okay. I'm hoping they don't know something I don't in terms of tyre wear, where you burn through them quite quickly. Doesn't seem to be wearing at a rate that's really going to screw me over later on in the race. Obviously the right rear is copying the biggest pounding, right front probably second there. 34.2 is not too bad. whiz through there. I actually pulled up a bit better than I thought I was going to. I thought I'd overrun that a bit, but 1.8 behind him, out 3.1 in front of 19th. I feel like I'm a little bit closer. That pack, which is my that's what I'm chasing. My mate is wide. He will snip my nose off. 125% chance of that. You do not want to be out there, sir. That's another one easily dispatched. Now I can see about 13th there. That would be a good comeback, I'd say. From a spin on lap 1 back to last. But I got 2.5 seconds to catch. And half a race to go. Should have a much better run. Sorry to cut me inside of the track there, mate, but you left me minimal options. I didn't want to collide with you. That's alright, half the world reckons Max Verstappen was in the right to do it, so hopefully if you're watching this, you're on that half of the fence. The pack has split up a little bit, unfortunately, and they look further away from me too. Finally starting to feel just a little bit of tyre wear there. Didn't bite into that as well as I'd liked. Alright, so that's 1.2. I'm making inroads, but I feel like I'm going to run out of race to get up to sort of 13th, 12th, somewhere there. At least I'm consistent. 2 134s in a row. Make that 3. Old mate's wide. That's going to ruin his run out of here. Oh, I've had to do it again. Nope, he's snipped the nose off. And I've been marked down for it, so probably my fault. I shouldn't have tried to shove it up the inside, but not ideal, but there you go. I can only do what I can do. Hopefully with a little bit of pressure on him. He can do some he can make some mistakes and let me overtake problem free, because that was not ideal. And there you go, it's affected my lap time to the tune of about 2.5 seconds. Oh, he's braked miles too early there. I've nearly pulled up to a complete halt. That's frustrating. He's got the better drive now. If I'd have known he was going to be that terrible on the brakes, I'd have gone the dive. Booyah! Same spot. There you go. After all that hard work, I've replicated my lap 1 crash in identical spots. So all that hard work is now for nothing. That's disappointing. That sucks to do it twice in a row. Just it's that same on the throttle on that exact piece of curb that I was on. Try for the better run up the hill again, try and get some slipstream. All I can do is keep fighting. See if I can do exactly what I did to him last time. Did make contact with him there, but I feel like I had the line and he's turned into me. And I think the game supports that because it didn't give me a SR down arrow. So I think it agrees with me that I did nothing wrong there. It was the old block pass. Stay off that curb out there. So I've got 2 laps to at least try and get 16th. But yeah, that's the grass, and this. Oh, and I'm back behind old General again. Yeah, it's been a race full of mistakes. Actually, it's been a shocker. It's been an absolute horror show. That was the least of my worries. But as I say, with a couple of spins, all I can do is keep fighting, push on to the very end. You never know what's going to happen. Could be a 4-car pile up out in the stick somewhere, and you'll be glad you stuck around. Oh, out on that curve again. That time I actually straightened the wheel. I got on the loud pedal still, but I straightened the wheel when I got out there. Paranoid about a hat trick of spins. Well, I've caught him again, so if I can at least get past him, I've done something productive. Well, I've got past him twice already, but he'd be sick at the side of me, I reckon. He can tend to brake very late then. No, he's alright. A little slipstream there, but I got a bit of oversteer there, and I had to back off the throttle just a little bit. is awkward because I'm faster in a spot you can't overtake. Oh, you can overtake here when you run wide though. That is the job done, so disappointing. A couple of silly mistakes probably cost me what could have been a fairly decent result. What's going on with that guy? Did he run out of fuel or something already? I presume he had a little spin. So there you go, there's a freebie position at the end to make my my bad day look just a little bit less bad. Just a little bit though. Just a little bit less bad, but not great. Not a good day at the office there. But congratulations to Converse 2354. You were the very first guy not to lose. Oh, it's not often I have to scroll down the page to find myself. That is, that doesn't feel good, man. That does not feel good. What else we got here? 7 minutes time, I'll enter this. Which do I want, the Aston or the SLS? I do quite like the SLS. 8 minutes 16 seconds to qualify for this. And that's at least 2 of the 3 dailies done. But yeah, it's very disappointing, very disappointing. Depending on what time this finishes, the next one's obviously going to be in 40 minutes time for the Grade 3 race. So if this doesn't take up too much time, I might be able to do this and then actually jump back in for a second attempt at Interlagos, where I'd like to see at least a top 10. No point checking car setups because they're all locked. Now what track is this? Do I know this track? I don't know if I do know this track actually. Gaming HD, hello, welcome. What's going on? That's tight. Yeah, you know, I don't know if I've raced on this track before. I would have done something in my license test here, but it's not quite the same as doing full laps under race. So what we're doing here, left, right, by the looks of it. Oh, I could take that much faster. That as well. But this one looks Sharpie. Yeah, it does sharpen a lot. Alright, good to know, good to know. Do I play with a wheel or a controller? Gaming HD, I am on a wheel. I am on a Logitech G29. Giveaway is the steering wheel. If I go inside the car itself, you can always see when someone's on a controller because they steer more, and I'll try and demonstrate here, they steer more like this. That's exaggeration, obviously, but it's all hidden from back here, isn't it? Up on the bonnet, you can't really see what I'm using. But yeah, Logitech G29. That's tight, very tight. Looks like a left-hander, so. I can't imagine it'll be a strong race for me. It's going to be, I'll just follow the leaders around and try not to get in too many accidents. But I can turn my traction control down, which I would have started on 3. I'll do 2 for now. So what am I doing here? Oh yes, that's right, this is sharp. And then I've got a left-right chicane coming up, according to my mini-map. Take much faster. This one might be a bit slower though. No, slowed down way too much. That's alright. This one is tight, and then just when you think it's got to its tightest, it tightens. There we go. Here, right hand kink and a left hand kink. Oh, that's not quite flat out. Right now, this one I'm coming up to. This is the real tight bastard of the corner, I think. I say that and I still cock it up. Never mind. Flat through there. Now I've got a left and then a right. Okay, so now that I'm learning the track a little bit better, just got to keep trying to improve these lap times. I've probably only got 2 laps left in me, judging by the time. I actually slowed down too much then. Left my braking later, got on the brakes harder, and over-braked, so not ideal, but we'll see how we go through the chicane sections this time. Down 1 gear. Bit of a cart, start the wall, sorta. Stay in the gear again, that's quicker, it's an improvement. Stay out wide, go down to first, and then cut that last bit. Still not an ideal exit, but whatever. This one wasn't quite, this needed just a little lift, I think. Although if you drop your wheel on the inside there, if it doesn't spin you out, it will act a little bit like a train track. Oh, that's too wide. And kind of suck your car around, if that makes sense. That is a second gear corner, that is not a first gear corner. It'll be an improvement, but I reckon I need to find at least another 5 or 6 seconds. Oh, that's... I was looking at my lap times and not where I was going. That's already. I don't really. I'm not a guy who likes to crash a lot. That's 3 head-on collisions to walls I've done tonight alone. It's not. Doesn't make me happy. A minute 10 seconds. I don't reckon I got time to finish another lap, but we'll have a crack just in case. And that is way too late on the brakes. Yeah, I'm already miles down. That's alright. This is all practice for the race. I'm going to have to come good in the race and find about 4 seconds a lap, but whatever. I'll use the rest of the lap like practice and see if I can gain on my ghost. That'll at least give me something to shoot at. at least I know I'm getting better because I have made some ground up. But my drive out of there wasn't great. This one's not quite flat out. That one certainly isn't flat out. We'll overbrake for that a little bit. Seems to have worked. My TV's turned itself off. Well, it hasn't. It's gone to the matchmaking, so that's as far as I'm going to get. Right, we'll see how we go. Right, we'll see how well. Obviously, because I didn't get a clean qualifying lap there, I'd imagine I'm not going to qualify very well. I'll be right down the list, but that's okay. It's the first time I've done them. Thinking about trying to do both this one and the grade. I'll do the grade 301 next if I finish in time for the 9:10. Well, so it's going to start in around about 30 minutes time. The next grade 301. So hopefully I'm going to be ready for that. How did I go? Yes, no, I'm not last. There you go, Grip Hunter. I presume I only managed to do one quick lap, which he spun on. But yeah, runs down low in the 50s there, so I'm going to be starting from 11th out of 15th. And hopefully the race pace, my race pace can be a little bit better. And I can aim for, gee, I tell you what, 151's a long way away from what I did, isn't it? So you know, let's go for top 5. Always aim for top 5, I think. Always aim for top 5. Arguably, I could have done this warm-up lap, but I don't really like it. You don't get enough time. You kind of get out, you're trying to get your rhythm together, and then it rolls on. I mean, we haven't been in the game long, and there's only a minute left, so I'm not going to worry about that. But aim for a top 5. I'll tell you what is very slow going, and that is my driver rating. My DR score you see there is a C. I'm not sure what exactly how the best ways I suppose to increase that quickly. To start with, I thought it was all based offline because I went from a sportsmanship rating of D all the way through the ranks to S, and my driver rating didn't move. I was already an S class or an S ranked driver when it finally went up to C. So to start with, I thought it was actually offline stuff, and I don't know if that still plays a factor in it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that going up to a B and an A. That's obviously the end goal. Got a couple of those in here. G-Papa, can't say that properly, but we'll go with that. Trying to think about what I'm going to... I mentioned earlier on my next stream is going to be a skin or a livery designing stream. I'll show you the 2 liveries I've already designed, and I'll put a 3rd one on. I'm thinking about putting it on a grade 4 car because obviously I use grade 4 cars for the dailies, and I've only really been skinning GT3 or grade 3s, so I might even try and run this on 1. I'll probably spin again. Turn traction control down to 1 for this one. This could be interesting, this first turn. Brake nice and early, trying to avoid all the... Come on, get past that GT80 or that 86, whatever the kids calling them these days. Backed out of it like a good boy. I've not done well there. I've lost a spot out of it. Not done well at all there actually. I lost one spot and I reckon I'm going to lose a second here. That I did. I need to change where it says traction control to radar as well, so I can see what's going on around me. That's right, I've already said that's a second gear corner, not a first. It's only a 3-lapper, that's a bit disappointing. Means I'm going to have no time to recover any of these spots at all. This guy awfully close to me. Our grip hunter. So had a better run out of there too, but I'm on the inside line, so I'm going to stay to the left. Oh, I've got a little nudge there from him. And that's going to be enough for me to... Oh, sorry, pal. In my defence, I got a nudge. Which just pushed me forward and made me miss my braking marker. Right, that should put me squarely dead last. So I'll see if I can recover some positions. It's all learning because I don't know the track at all. So it means when I do it next time though, I'll be right to go. Well, I'm going to jump into the Grade 3 race next. 10 laps around Interlagos. Try and have a good race. Grip, you bastard. So much understeer. Absolute disaster race. Oh, I've lost the rear. I'm having a shocker here. You've done a few laps here. I have not. This is my very first time, Ryan, on this track. And you can see how well it's going for me. It's not going well for me at all, actually. As it's an only a 3-lap, all I can do now is try and set one good lap time and get prepared for the next time I do this. So I'm in the 2 minute, both first and second lap 2:05s. That's why I'm where I'm at. If I can at least get something like a 1:55 somewhere. That would be alright. To at least finish off on one high note for the race. You're talking about Interlagos. Yeah, mate, yeah, love Interlagos. Good track. Hopefully I have a decent race there. Next. That's just beautiful. That meant to do that like that. Well, I certainly feel like I've had a better lap, even if it's not a 155. I feel like I'm learning the track, and I'll be right for the next time I do this. No, Grip Hunter hasn't had much more luck than I have. Here we go, what sort of lap can I do? Yeah, you know, that's that 155 I was chasing. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's 2.5 seconds quicker than the only flying lap I didn't qualifying. So that's a good improvement. I just needed 2 shitty laps to get there. But cool, it's in the bank, and it's all a learning process. But it's time to go to Interlagos. I've got 20 minutes before the start of the race. It should give me enough laps to do some practice. Try and beat the quality time. Yeah, not a lot of experience out of that one. Didn't go well. Right, let's exit this and let's get into the Grade 3 race. Oh, there you go. That's pretty good timing, actually. 2.5 minutes until entry starts. Then I've got 15 minutes of practice to do. And then I am into it. So, last time my previous best was 133.5. That was in the Porsche. I think I'll use the Porsche again. And see if I can't get down into the 32s. I reckon I should have a high 32 in me. But for the next 1 minute, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back with a minute to go until the entry period starts. I'll see if I can get a high 132. That's my goal. Qualify somewhere in the top 10 and try and come somewhere in the top 10. If not, maybe the top 5. So I've done this race once already today. If you weren't there earlier in the stream, looks like I've got a few people watching now. So welcome to the stream. How are you all going? Hope you're all doing well. If you're from Australia, I hope you had a good day. If you're from pretty much anywhere in the Northern Hemisphere, hopefully you're teeing up to have a good day, because I'd imagine it's quite early in the morning for you. I had a fairly boring day. Pretty quiet at work, actually. Looking forward to getting home and trying some daily sport races. You're working on an AMG GT3 livery, nice. So I was saying earlier, Ryan, that my next stream is going to be about well, I'm going to do a livery. Show you these two. These two I've already done, and I'll show those in the livery stream in a little bit more detail. That one's based off a Valentino Rossi motorbike, a Yamaha, and that one's an old 1984 RX-7 livery of Alan Moffat, which I've put on the Porsche. I'll show those in my next stream for the livery, and I might create one. I was just saying before, I haven't made one for a grade 4 car, but because I'm using them regularly for a daily race, I needed to actually pick my favourite grade 4 car and then make a livery for it. But yes, this one is based off, you can see the rotor on the back there. There's no RX settings in the game, so I put it on the Porsche. And as soon as they allow me to upload sponsorship logos, I'll put some Peter Stuyvesant stickers up the side of it and over the bonnet, and that will finish it off nicely. Now, if you haven't been following along with the daily races, unfortunately everything through here is locked. You can't make any adjustments anymore. Oh, didn't want to do that. And that's come on with some mixed feelings from the community. Righto. See if I can get some good laps out. You've done an M4 and a 650S grade 4. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I do like the SLS though. That is, I've cut, yeah, apparently that was fine. So that's all good. Did cut an awful lot of it though. That getting out on that curb in the race that I spun on twice last time, so I will be a lot more careful of that this time around. New followers, Andy Ants 3. Thanks for following, dude. Well, that's right, that blanks that out on the stream, doesn't it? Actually, whilst we go up here, this would have moved my traction control back to 3, which I don't want. So once I've finished changing up gears, about 2 I find with the grade 3 cars is right. And of course, it's not cheating because the real GT3 cars have that. Not that this is GTE though. I just want to clarify that this is a GTE car. I don't want to trigger anybody. Ryan. I do wish you could disable ghosts. They are irritating. I can see that I'm 0.1 down. You're telling me that. Why do I have to miss my braking marker because I can't see through my own ghost? Hashtag triggered, damn right. Stayed in the same gear there, that is clearly the better option, as I've just gone straight through my ghost there. Short shift in the second. So to do 134.4, that's nowhere near the 133 I was chasing. 132 even. Got some work to do. He's out too wide. I've lost a lot of drive. I was half a second up coming onto that. And look at that. Look at it drop. Down to 0.45. 0.44. Probably cross the line with about 4 tenths up, which will get me into the 33s, but still a second up where I want to be. Always trying to hold flat throttle down through that whole section after you brake for the first corner. You should only get on the throttle once. Oh, you don't want to hit the grass in the braking area. Lost a lot of time. Probably pretty lucky to get away without a spin, to be honest. shift, take a more squaring line, square the corner off there to try and get on the power area. But the traction control sucks the life out of that manoeuvre. So I got a better run up the hill that time. But the ghost still annoys me. It's like having a competitor in front of you. So I don't know if it's too solid or something, but it's just too easy to miss braking markers, especially if you're using marks on the road, which I know you shouldn't do, but it's a game, you know they're static, so you can do it. Squared the corner off massively that time round, but it's kind of, no, it kind of worked for a little bit. So this is the worst part, because I'm now up my own ass. How about that? Oh, I'll probably miss that braking marker. Yeah, that was just rubbish because of this ghost. Not happy with that. I have to be in front of that ghost from the start of the lap, otherwise it's just shit. Is it just me? Does anybody else find the ghost really freaking distracting? And like it actually ruins your own lap times? Love to cross the line in front of the ghost because it was a slow start to the lap. If I can go faster, I am too, by 0.004 of a second. And I missed the braking marker for turn 1. That is not at all how I wanted to start that. Oh, and I'm back behind the ghost again. What if there was a car in front of you? Well, I'd be racing, not qualifying for my best lap. If there was a car right in front of me and I was qualifying, I'd back off and find some space. Here's what I would do. So that is really freaking distracting, being in the middle of that car. Actually got too much traction control there. I swear I'm just getting slower and slower every lap here. Right. 6.5 minutes to go. I want to see me at least improve my previous record of 133.5 from last time. I've missed the braking marker again. I don't know why I keep doing that. I think it's because I'm trying to read the chat on the straight. I know, excuses, but hey, that's what race car driving is all about. Half of it's racing, the other half is making excuses for why you didn't win. That was much better through there, that was much better. Better braking marker, better line, and you can see the difference it made just by how I've gone past the ghost. I'm going to improve the lap time, about 3/10 up at the moment, but still won't beat my old record. This guy's just a better driver than me. I tend to agree, and I'm not entirely sure if that's a compliment or an insult. There we go, there we go. We've already got a 3/10 of a second lead. If I can string the rest of this lap together, that's 4/10 up already. If I can not shit the bed here, this is my chance. Lost a little bit of time through there. I just got it so damn perfect on the last attempt. I missed the apex there, but I'm still up. Short shift into second. I've lost a bunch of time. I'm up. But my 4/10 of a second is long gone now. It's a 10th. Yeah, I was just 2.5 tenths as I came out of there. Didn't get a good run onto the straight. So I should finish up, but it's only going to be about a tenth, which is still only 33.5. How's that for cutting the straight? 33.4. Take a few liberties down through that one. The game doesn't seem to mind. Motivation. Only 200ths up, so I did hit the apex that time, so I was quicker down through there. Took that turn far too shallow. Yeah, that's dropped me back behind. At least if I could get slipstream off the Ghost, I'd be happy. I'm like close enough, tucking up behind my Ghost going, yes, give me some slipstream. Tried something different through turn one. Didn't work. 300's down. Be the worst drive on the straight. Right, that was better through there. Pulled back a few hundreds. Oh, I just can't beat myself. Oh, I can, though. Especially when I go full drift back. Get the TC right off. Have a bit of fun. 16 seconds to go before my next one. Oh, that is too much. I I'll probably lose like marks for doing skids. I'm on the grass. There you go, she's a bit more controllable in second. There we go. Okay, it's race time. We'll have to see where my... Well, it's the same time as I got last time, and last time I qualified 11th, so I'm probably going to qualify about 11th. What did I get? If I look at the screen, a 133.473. Losing penalty time. There you go. If you get penalties during a race, guys, what you got to do is quickly pull over, swing some donuts until your penalty time goes down, then keep going, and that's the best way to do it. 100% guaranteed. Ouch. Am I last? No, that's right. That's not qualifying time. That's just the lobby. So there's a 35, 34, 34, 35, 34, 34. Okay, I might not be too bad. It's out of 20. I was 11th last time. Once it rolls to the next screen, I'll see where I actually qualified. 7th. Okay. Okay, 7th is alright. 7th is good. There's Mr. Natty Gaines again. And the Flash 05, often against those two. Many a time together. V8 nuts there as well. So the Flash 05 is my resident Kiwi in my lobbies. He's in a lot of them, so we'll just see how we go. If my race pace is good, as always, I'm going to aim for a top 5. A top 5. But yes, going back to liveries and a grade 4 car. Don't know if I should do the SLS. I'd like the car, but I've spent a lot of time driving it. Like a lot of this game, when I've done grade 4 stuff, I've done it. Didn't particularly like. I think I've got a WRX, which I don't love. I bought the Aston Martin as well, so I'll have another go at that. But I wouldn't say I fell in love with that the first time I drove it. But I'm going to pick a grade 4 car, and that is, whatever I choose, is going to be what I do in my livery stream, which will be the next one, whenever the hell that is. Some stage over the next couple of days I'll do that. And I've got to pick a theme. As I say, I've got a couple of ideas. I'll probably try and replicate something rather than creating my own custom stream. Stream. What's that for? Livery. Alright. Warm up is over. 8 seconds until go time. Okay. My number one aim is to have a clean race, since I spun twice in the first time I tried this. My second goal is a top 5, which means I have to gain 2 spots. Go straight to traction control, get that down to 2 where it should be, and then go to radar so I can see where people are. Definitely, if you're on bonnet view, it's the best for you to be in, because it's the best thing to have down that bottom right hand corner so you can see where the cars are. That was a tip given to me by someone in a previous stream. Can't remember who it was, but thank you anyway. Okay, if nothing else, we got through the first lap chicane, first corner, relatively unscathed. I've actually just overtaken old mate there. Thrown out a bit wide. Dive bomb up the inside behind me. No. Looked like he was thinking about it. Alright, pig roots through there. Try to drive without a heavy throttle so that, well, I say not a heavy throttle, I just mean nice and smooth application on the throttle. These first 5 laps you can pretty much just take your brain out and go for it. Problem is, if you don't preserve your tyres a little bit, the last 5 laps, and certainly the last 2 or 3 laps, you really start to get affected by tyre wear. So the more you can save at the start, stay in touch with these top 5. I've got one of the 2 spots I wanted. And if I can be there at the end when tyre wear kicks in, you don't want to be out there. That's a sure thing. Shift in a second. I've got old mate breathing all over the back of me. But that's okay. The important thing when you've got someone all over the back of you is just to get the run onto the straight right, which at Brazil and into Lagos is that corner I just went through there. That's the corner you got to get right. Because if you get it wrong and your drive's no good, which my drive actually hasn't been amazing, but it was good enough to pull a little gap on Mr. Natty Gaines. He's actually dropped one, so he might have had a little moment. Determined to keep up with his front pack. Best do it before Sunday. I will. I'll most likely do it Saturday, to be honest. Saturday night my time, which will probably be Saturday morning for all you Northern Hemisphere people. Fair corner cut. Just getting a bit desperate because that gap is going up. It's up to a 1.5 second gap back to from the flash. I've at least got a 2.4 second gap over Yamachan 5515, which takes a bit of the pressure off there, but my run onto the straight's not good because I've lost a tenth and a half just on the straight, so there you go, there's that free spot and there's the top 5. And if I get a good run here, oh, where'd he go? Oh God, I'm waiting for lag. Please don't be in front of me. Oh, maybe that guy got a bad penalty or rage quit. Well, that's 4th. So that's good. I need one more person. I need to keep it clean. And you never know what'll happen. Maybe someone will shit the bed when tyre wear steps in. A couple of freebie spots, but that's okay. You don't always have to overtake if you can have a good clean race. Sometimes the positions come to you. Still 2.5 seconds, that's good. I'm happy to hold that gap. Another little tip when the tyre wear kicks in, which I find is usually about lap 5. If you're starting to struggle with it and you've turned your traction control down like I have to 2, don't forget if you're really starting to struggle to turn it back up to 3. You'll lose a bit of drive out of the corners, but if it prevents you from spinning, you'll be glad you did it. I'm actually dropping back a little bit. Yeah, I'm actually dropping back. I just don't quite have the pace. I noticed the fronts are starting to slide just a little bit. But I just don't quite have the pace of the Flash at the moment. Not surprising, he is the Flash after all. But at least I'm showing consistency. That's the important thing. I've now done 1, 2, 3, 4 134s in a row. So it's a little bit slower than I'd like, but at least it's consistent. It's always so deceptive in this part of the track because you feel like you're actually gaining on them. You're like, yes, I'm making a few steps in the right direction, but of course you're not. It's a big concertina effect. They had to slow down before you, so you catch up through the turns, but they get to accelerate up the straight a lot before you do so. The gap still decreases, and in fact, if anything, Yamachan is doing about the same pace as me, to be honest. But he's slightly catching me. So I've still got a couple more laps to hold that out. Oh, look, I'll be happy with 4th. I'm not going to lie to you. Actually kind of cocked that corner up then. I turned in. I turned into turn 1 too soon, and I actually straightened the wheel, and by the time I turned again I got understeer, so I'm not going to blame the grip of the tyres on that one. That was just poor driving. You don't want to have 2 bites at the cherry. When you turn, when you accelerate, when you brake, you want to do it once, like you mean it. You're having 2 bites at the cherry or more, as in turning the wheel and then straightening it and turning it again. Same with the throttle, get on the throttle, back it off, get back on it. And same with the brake, then you've got room for improvement. Chance still gaining, but it's not by a lot. If I can keep it clean. I'm going to struggle to catch the Flash now. He's heading out towards 3 seconds in front of me now. tyre wear's still not too bad, so we're on lap 8, and you can see they're coming down a bit, but it's not critical. If you spin the tyres, you'll lose drive as well. I probably shouldn't be reading this at the moment. I'm not sure if that point, I can't read the rest of it just now, but I'm not sure if that point's about the traction control that I was saying before about adding more traction control on if you can. Putting it back up to 3, for example, if you turn it down to 2. Or maybe if you've got it off, turn it up to 1 for the second half of the race, or however you race. But yes, as I said, you might lose a bit of drive out of the corners because the traction control can get pretty invasive. Even on the number 2 setting that I'm on now, the TC gets a bit invasive. But as Ryan there has said, you also lose drive if you break traction of the tyres. So I tell you what, Yamachan will be getting excited. He's got it down to 1.6 seconds. I've actually kept an even gap behind the Flash that lap. Hasn't been a disgusting lap by me. It should still be a 34. Yeah, it is. But yes, if you're spinning your tyres up as well, then that loses traction, which loses drive. So even though it can feel a bit awkward having the traction control on like it's invasive, you might still actually be saving some time. So penultimate lap now. Bit of a quiet race in the end, not a lot of dog fights, but that's okay. It's always good for your SR if you have a couple of good, clean, quiet races. So I've actually taken a bit of a chunk out of the Flash there. I was at 2.8 seconds the last 2 laps in a row. I'm now 2.2, so I reckon he's struggling with a bit of tyre wear actually, starting to spin it up a bit. This is where, yeah, that's a good gain on him there. This is where I'd say to him it might be worth, if you're struggling to that sort of degree, to just pop your traction control up a notch. But as I'm a competitor, I hope he doesn't. I hope he turns it right off and spins and gives me 3rd and all the glory. I've actually pulled out a little bit to Yamachan as well. That's wide on my last lap there. And, yeah, I lost a big chunk of time, but Yamachan's tyres are gone as well. And the rear wood pressure seems to be off now. So just there I'm actually down to 1.8 seconds behind him, but it is that concertina effect I told you about, so it's pushing back out already. I was hoping there was going to be a big dive by the top 2. So I'm down to 1.8 and I've actually pulled away from Yamachan, so yeah, I've actually looked after my tyres a little bit better than those guys have around me. Unfortunately it's not good enough for a podium today, but good clean race nonetheless. Up 3 spots from my qualifying position, so I took that up to a win, and lots of nice consistent 134s, which is what I like to see. So now I can finish your comment there, Ryan. If you spin the tyres, that will make you lose drive too. So yeah, lose, which is that it was. You're talking about the traction control versus no traction control, yeah, for sure. But no, happy with that. Good result for 4th. Would love something higher. I believe... nice one. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, mate. I believe that the championships start next week. I could be wrong there. I might check the dates of those. Because I want to do a bit of practice in the lead up to that so that I'm not sort of stuck like this doing average times. Oh, that's the converse again. I think he won the last time I did this, so that probably wasn't his first race, but there you go. 150% clean race bonus. That's what you're shooting for. Level 23, that is what you're shooting for. Up, driver rating still C, so that sucks. I've never seen it higher than that. It's just sat there forever. This weekend, you've checked for me, Ryan. Let's have a look and see what we got there. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, right, okay, so GT Nations Cup, what's this all about? Test session round 1 at Kyoto Driving Park. So it's a test session to start with. And then the Manufacturer Series test session starts the next day. It's Suzuka, that's good. It's grade 4 though, what was this one? That's grade 4 as well. So are these all grade 4? Yeah, they are. So it looks like it's... Oh, there you go. So looks like grade 4 finishes up on the 18th of November, and on the 19th is the first test for the grade 3 around Interlagos, where it just was then. And then back to that. So let's look. That's all they've actually planned. They haven't planned beyond November. So, but there you go. It might be worth putting some practice in if you guys are interested in these racing series there at the Kyoto Driving Park. And Suzuka, which is a cracking circuit. But I think next up, yeah, 133.4. That hurts. I need to go faster than that. I'm kind of stuck there. But what I might do is go back and try this grade 4 again. I've done it once now. I was the SLS last time, so I'm going to try the Vantage. I've tried the Atenza, and obviously I wanted to like it. It's a Mazda. I'm a Mazda guy. I've got an RX-7. Love my rotaries. But I just don't like the Atenza at all. The Mazda 6, I believe it is. Or at least based on a Mazda 6. But it's two-door version in this, I think. So I don't know. I don't know much about the Mazda Atenza, but either way, what I do know is that I didn't get along well with it. You can't start because you'll be away, Ryan. Yeah, you're away for a couple of weeks, I think you said. So alright, let's see if I can do some better lap times. So I only get a let's turn that traction control down to 1. I only did a 57 last time, so I think I did a 55 in race. I'd love to see some lower 50s, like a 53.9. Let's go that as a goal. But yeah, if you're able to, look, there's quite a few people watching at the moment. Love to hear from you guys. How are you finding it? Are you guys going to compete? How's all your SR ratings? That's right, the traction control's on 1 now. Yes, no, I do recall that I just turned that down. I might bump that up to 2 till my brain adjusts a little bit. I'll worry about track times and then turn the TC down. But yeah, how's everyone's SR and DR ratings going? How are you finding the sport races? Yeah, how fast can I actually get through here? Holding it flat. And I've got through there, no dramas, flat. Okay, cool, good to know. Oh, I tried to stay wide, but I didn't go back to first soon enough. That's alright. It's all a learning curve. But yeah, I might put some practice in for those. So I'm going to have a bit of a crack at them and see how I go. I'm sure I won't be overly competitive. There's some people who, unlike me, don't have to work full time, who don't have kids and a family. They've got a bit more time to invest into it, but I can dream, who knows? Maybe one day I'll be fast enough. Just out of the 20 people I'll be racing against. Sab D1. Stuck on D, but have a SSR. Yeah, look, I was the same. When I first started racing online, I'll got a break for that one, don't I? When I first started racing online, I'm not sure if I told you this or not, but I had a driver rating of D, and of course whatever the lowest SR rating was. Is that D, or does it go lower? It might be E. And I worked my way through the rankings, all the way through, on the SR rankings that is, all the way through to S, and I was still actually on D. I became C just by continuing to do races, online races, keeping my SR at S. Luckily I haven't dropped down yet. I know a lot of people have got to S and then back to A and then some even back down to B, but luckily I've managed to keep mine. It's cutting the corner a bit there. The game doesn't seem to be too stressed out. Now you can hold it flat 3, yeah, comfortably hold it flat. Now you do want to stay wide, but again, not quite that wide. You want to turn late, but I'm just getting a bit too much understeer there. So yeah, all I can say is stick with it. If you've got an SR of S, that's good. Means you should be getting matched up against some good races, and if you can do some good clean races, I'm sure the driver rating will come to you. I just don't fully understand how that works. If anybody's got any insight, I'd love to hear how it affects you. I've seen a few theories that it's just your online stuff, how clean you race and all that, but I'm a bit sceptical because that's how SR's calculated. It seems odd that they would have two ratings that calculates or give you a rating by calculating the same statistics. So if your DR's based on, you know, how clean you are and how well you overtake and how many laps you go fast and stuff, well, that's what determines your SR as well. So, you know, I'm just a bit sceptical that they'd base two rankings off the same type of things. But what I am interested to do is jump offline at some point, catch up on some gold medals. There's a 54.6, so that's too deep there. I'm too deep. Unfortunately, I was not going well this lap. So I was helping my lovely wife out with something just briefly. No. Well, I was, but no, I overcooked it in the 10-1. But anyway, I can't remember what I was saying, yes, about the driver rating. That is still too wide. How long have I actually got? A minute left. Oh shit, okay, so 154 may well be my quali lap. Wasn't concentrating on that. But no, I'm just not 100% sure or convinced how DR actually works. Saw something online, I'll read that in a sec, as soon as I'm going to try for one more lap. It looks probably a bit silly that I'll do that. No, actually, there's no point. I've only got 21 seconds. Sometimes you get a little bit of extra time at the end, but not that kind of extra time. Jeez, I've actually gone past my ghost car here. How have I done that when I cocked up turn 1 so much? Anyway, that proves that I've got a lot more lap time in me, because I'm actually going to go 3.5 tenths up. Anyway. It's going to be just in time with 54.2. Right, so what did you say, Sab D1? I saw something online that has to do with starting position, finishing position for DR. I originally thought if you improved the SR that you would also improve the DR. Well, so did I, but the problem with that theory that with DR it's about your starting and finishing position, I've had plenty of races where I've sort of started, you know, top 5 or 6, overtaken a few people, I've had a few podiums, I've had a couple of wins, and as I say, my DR rating has only gone up to C from D. I've had heaps of clean races, like I really have done a lot. So I don't, maybe because I can't spend a lot of time in this because I do work full time, you know, I only have a few hours to do this each night, and I'm also playing Destiny as much as I can, Destiny 2. So I'm cycling between 2 games. I've qualified 4th, that's not bad, I'll take 4th. Maybe it's just a case of you need more time to do the driver ratings, but I still want to prove a theory that offline stuff doesn't help. But you can see here I'm ranked only against SRSs, but I've got a mixture of driver rating C's and D's with no A's and B's. So it's actually, I'd say, deliberately matched me with people with a similar sort of driver rating. So yeah, I'd love to know how to improve that. But yeah, I have heard that theory as well, that it's about starting position, finishing position, and also fastest lap. But if I've got to get the fastest lap in every race I do, and I have to finish in the top 3 or what have you to increase the DR, then it's going to be a slow slog, because the reality is I don't have enough time to get good at every single track and just come in and get a podium of every single sport race I do. So if that's what it takes to get the driver ranking up to A or so, or S if there is an S, then it's going to be a long time coming. But look, I do appreciate all of you that are watching along on my YouTube. It's been pretty quiet in the chat, but I see you there watching. Welcome. Thanks for sticking around. What I can't see is who's watching me through the PlayStation live stream and who's watching me through YouTube. That's one thing I would like to know. I think this would broadcast automatically through the PlayStation live stream, so you should just be able to find me through there. But yeah, I don't know if most of you are watching me through YouTube. But if you are, feel free to check out my channel. I've put a couple of videos up lately which have been well received by a few people. So about how to improve your SR rating if you're low, can't seem to get above the bottom ranks. A couple of ideas about or my thoughts on the daily versus weekly debate that's all raging at the moment. So check that out. TC down to 2 straight away, and then switch that to radar. Starting in a 4th. Let's see how I go. I like to just take it gentle in the first turn, not cause any real big hiccups, although I had to back out of the throttle there because he was about to snip my nose off. But oh yeah, I got cleaned up from behind. That is unfortunate. I had to brake for the guy in front, and I've been collected again. And I've gone from 4th straight down to 14th, so just going beautifully. So Mystery got a couple of full clean races with bonus credit at the end. Yeah, well, I'm the same. I've had a heap of races with the clean race bonus, but the DR hasn't moved. Look, I honestly, how are you going with your offline stuff? Jeez, this race is a shit fight. Try and drive around the outside of people. If you've got the pace, it's the safer option. still next to him, but I've got better drive, I think, and I should have the inside here. No, he's still next to me. I'll leave plenty of space on the inside. Just through on him, but yeah, look, it's only a 3-lapper. That's actually shit. That pisses me off a bit. I don't like that it's a 3-lapper at all. Stick to the inside. I've got better drive than these two. And whilst this first turn is actually a right-hand kink, I've left that way too late. It's okay, I've gathered it up. Sounds like the two behind me had an accident. And I've got better drive there, so... You never know, I may be able to recover a few decent spots. Maybe towards... 7th is a long way up the road. That guy's lagging in front of me. Ironically, another... I know he's a Kiwi. So I suppose there's a decent stretch of water there, but... Oh, I was inside that guy. I didn't know what he was doing. He was out and bouncing off the wall. I panicked. I mean, yeah, I probably didn't do the best job there, but I panicked a bit and smashed it down to first to try and wash some pace off. This could go badly with him on the outside now. I'm watching him on the radar. Back up. Here he comes up the inside. I was not keen to cut across in front of him and snip his nose up there. It's alright, I've got the gap, I've got it done. That was hard work. I've got the better drive now. That's a bad spot for old mate to do that. He's had enough time to recover actually, but geez, I would have thought I'd have a better run than on him than that. Done all the licensing. Oh, changed out 1 too many gears, my bad. So you've done all the... It's a race thing, where you start, where you finish, overtaking. Yeah, but I'm just skeptical given my own experience about that run. This is not an overtaking spot, but I've got it done. Okay, there you go. That's how you overtake into the chicane. He's gonna dive on me. I've kept wide and I've got away with it. I've actually got a better run than him, which I thought I'd get a worse one. Up to 7th. If I had a lap or two, I mean, come on, guys, make it at least a 5-lapper. It's okay if the road race one's a 300, the N300 or 200 or whatever is a 3-lapper. I'm okay with that. But the Grade 4 should at least be. At least be a 5-lapper, I think. So if I had 2 more laps, I could potentially catch some of those guys up there. Because they're I really would. A couple more laps, and I reckon I would have had a shot at a race win there. But alas, I would have had a shot at a race win if I didn't get run into anyway. Searched all over Google and that's all you could find 3 times. Yeah, I've seen a few people on Reddit sort of say the same thing as well. Oh, I got 6th. Does that mean someone had a penalty? ZZR 100W. Yeah, so yeah, I've read a few times myself. It's where you start, where you finish, how you overtake, how you ranked versus your competitor, and that sort of thing. But I don't know. Like I've raced against a bunch of people and overtaken a bunch of people that are higher DR ratings than me, and we're all SR rating of S. So I don't know, it might be true. Maybe it's just one of those things that you need to do a lot more races than I'm actually doing before before that starts to kick in. But nonetheless, congratulations to Pico TTM from Japan. Yeah, right, so 6th. My driver rating is still S. I was one of the only people to stay in the blue. Everyone else is red. I'm not entirely sure I understand the colour schemes, but again, just reading off Google of what people seem to think, that because even within if you think about S or A, whatever your SR is, your SR would have a bar, a meter. And from what I've read, when it's blue, like mine is there, that I have increased my SR rating. Even though it's still S, I've actually increased it. And then red means you've decreased it, white means you've stayed the same. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've read. And luckily I haven't dropped down to an SR of A. But yeah, just not confident if the... I'll grab my controller here because steering this... there you go, gift card. What am I going to get this time? Probably something rubbish, but looks like there's a Aston Martin there. I've already got that, the GT3. Yeah, and I've won the big SLS road car, N600. That's your feeling as well, Sabd1. Sab, I'm just going to call you Sab. Yeah, blue, good, white, neutral. That's what I sort of figured. Which is good if that's the case, because most races my S is blue. So if that is the case, then that is that's a good thing. So I'll show you how much I've actually done online. So you can see my driving school. I actually did it on stream, so you could go back and have a look at how I did it. But I just didn't care about what rating I got. I did it until I passed. If it was a gold, then yay, good on me. If it was a bronze or a silver, then yep, whatever. So I could certainly go back and try and get them in golds, 100% I could. Missions, haven't done a lot. So again, stage 1, all golds. Stage 2, I kind of went, meh, whatever. If I can get a gold, I'll get a gold, otherwise I'll just take what I can get. And then stage 3, I sort of walked away. So there's 8 stages there, I've got plenty of them to do, and I might go through and make sure I get all golds. Circuit experience. It's better than it looks. The problem is I can't be bothered with the sector time, so I've just been doing... except for Suzuki there where I did sector 1, but I've just been doing the hot lap. So if you go into one, you can see that there's a lap attack. I don't know if you've all already done this, but yeah, jumped in for a lap attack. I've done that. Can't be bothered with these individual sectors. It seems like a waste of time. Surely if you do a lap attack, it could just divide your sector times up, and if you hit the good enough time for each sector time, then it's just going to give you a gold straight up. That's what I think it should do anyway. I don't think you should have to do individual sectors. Got the gold on my second try for the Nordschleife. That was good. Good fun. Good track. So yeah, I got plenty of offline stuff to do. Well, I say offline, tongue-in-cheek, because of course I think you got to be online pretty much the whole time when you're with this game. But that's okay. I'm always on the internet, so I'm not one of those people that worries very much. One thing I haven't done for a long time is jump to a random online lobby. Still not heavily populated. Of course, you got to find one with the right ping as well. So there you go. It's probably going to be a few more people practicing the sport races. Mount Panorama in an N200, no thanks. They're going to be 2 minute 45 laps, which doesn't sound like fun. But yeah, I've probably done all the sports races I have for the day. So if anybody has any requests of what they'd like to see next, I'm happy to jump into the lobby and do some random online racing. Happy to jump into some campaign and try and get some golds. Whatever you like. But again, thanks to all of those who did join to watch me do the daily sport races. If that's all you jumped in for, then I've probably finished up there. So if you did enjoy any of the broadcasts, please remember to leave a like. It does help me out quite a lot. A struggling young channel, I am. I need to get the sad violins playing. And but seriously, any support at all, if you did enjoy it, would be much appreciated. I'm just saying that because I'm anticipating a bunch of people leaving if I'm not going to do the daily sport races anymore. But the question is, what should I do? Ryan, they love to give cars they just know most people wouldn't buy. Yeah, yeah, that is true. Actually, I hadn't had a great look through the cars that are available. Have been keen to see what the F-Type is like in the Grade 4, because if that's good, then that might be one of the ones I skin. I don't know if has anybody watching tried the F-Type? That's actually a pretty nice looking car, isn't it? Studio scenes. Yeah, that's a nice looking car. I do love seeing that Jaguar green. One of my favourite Formula 1 cars was back when Mark Webber was in the Jag. Such a good looking car, and that also tickles my bits just a little bit. What has McLaren got? They've got the 650S. You've skinned that, Ryan, in the GR4, the Grade 4. How does it go? Actually, let's go and have a look at your skins. I don't know how to see all of them. But so those of you watching who don't know, Ryan is a mate of mine, part of the podcast that I run off my channel as well. And he does liveries. It's kind of his thing. So here's one that he's done. If you like good liveries, then follow him along. He's what's his PlayStation here? Where does it say who's made this? Lethal36_. There you go. Go and follow him. I'm already following him. Got some work to do over here, big fella. I know you haven't been racing at all. You've been doing liveries mainly, but is there a way I can click in and just have a look at the car? No, I don't want to report that. Without downloading it, probably not. But anyway, that's a cool looking skin. I don't know how many you've actually uploaded. No, I don't really understand how any of this works. I'd love to go back and check out all the liveries. Life log. There you go. So it looks like they're the only two you've actually uploaded. Is that right? Is that correct, Ryan? But so that's pretty nice. Again, custom one. Harman Logistics. I think that's one of the dummy logos. Only that and the Audi are the only ones you've uploaded. You've done more than that, dude. You've got to what's going on here online? Sorry, I know this is gonna make the whole screen go black for everyone, so apologies for that. Oh, no, it won't. It'll go blue with your things. You're online, you're in Gran Turismo now, Ryan. Share some more. Share some more skins, dude. Give us a Captain Cook Adam. Give us a Butcher's Hook, which, by the way, is a look. But I'll show you the skins that I've done. In my library, I've taken some flash photos. So, first skin I did was this one, as I think I've said before. That is a Valentino Rossi skin. Again, not finished yet. Once the brand logos go up, I'll be able to get a proper monster one. I actually created the monster one you can see on the side of the car, and it's not right, it's not great. And that 46, I think it just doesn't stand out enough up there, so I might change it a little bit, but anyway, that's the first skin project that I came up with. And they've changed the tyres as well to Michelin. They're Firestones at the moment. Well, I've been into that one. And then, of course, as I think I've already pointed out on this stream, that's the second one, which is a replica of the 1984 Alan Moffat RX-7 that he raced in the Australian Touring Car Championship. That's what that James Hardy 1000 is called. The Bathurst 1000, which I know a lot of you will have heard of before. I think it's now called the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. But for many, many years prior to that, it was called the James Hardy 1000. I should be able to view your liveries and images from the gallery page, I think. Okay, cool. Let's go try that. Under, where was I looking? Down the bottom here, wasn't I? Under activity feed. And then if I go to friends, go to lethal and then gallery. Car livery. Yeah, so it's only what you've shared, which of those two that I can see. Unfortunately, you haven't shared anymore. But anyway, I'll update everybody later on Ryan's skins. But worth following if you like good skins. Chuck a follow on there because he's going to put a few up. And I have done a few as well. But you know what? It's just gone 10 PM local time, my time. So I'm actually going to end the stream there. I'm going to jump on the Destiny 2 and do my daily Crucible missions. So I've been on this for a couple of hours now. I do want to thank each and every one of you that has joined the stream. Especially those of you who have been having a chat. Sab, thanks for having a chat. Always makes makes streaming life a little bit easy when people are talking to you. You got some questions to answer, and of course Ryan, good man as always. But thanks a lot. Remember to look, if you want to see some more of our videos, check out my channel. As I say, I've got some GT stuff up there, some Gran Turismo Sport videos up, and I will be uploading more in the future. Actually, I was thinking about a couple of videos today that I can upload. So hit subscribe if you haven't already, and you'd like to see a few more. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you in the next one.